Great pictures. Who here is a photographer? There's always someone in the room. No? Okay.
Come on, Ryan, you take photos.
You do.
Ryan's really shy,
Ryan takes
takes
Be
photos.
quiet.
I'm not good enough.
He takes photos.
Well, if you take photos,
you
you'll get
take photos sometimes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, photographers are your best friends. Like I said before, you can't all be brilliant at everything. You can't be great at taking photos and videos and doing strategy and doing everything, all the tactical stuff. Or great at running posts. It doesn't mean you're great at taking photos. So, there's a list there of the types of things you need a good photo to be. But my best advice is when you're planning out the tactical side of things, to definitely throw in some budget there for photographers, because professional photos make or break everything. If you think of a website, the websites you're assessing, some of them had great photos, some of them had really crappy photos. So a happy snap on your iPhone probably isn't going to make a good hero shot on a website, nor social media either. There's a balance. With social, you can't have all proper professional photos. You've obviously got to have your own in there, because not everyone has a photographer in their back pocket they can pull out whenever something good happens. So there's a definite mix, but they just need to kind of match a bit. Yes, so photographers are your friends, and so are videographers. There's some ideas there, the different types of videos you can do, and you'll get to see this. Sorry about writing it down, because you'll get these slides. Another really cool thing to do on Instagram particularly, just ignore that yellow, that's just our graphic designer going nuts, but that's just a screenshot of Instagram, and that's Sud Polaire, which is a gin company based in Hobart, and they call themselves Antarctic Dry Gin. Not sure that's made in Antarctica, but you can see that they've got a real definite theme, a real definite brand. They've kind of gone the black and white and blue. It's all very cold looking. So they've been really clever about making sure that their photos all match. It's actually really hard to do, because if they were out doing a special tasting presentation at a nice restaurant, and they took a photo, and here we are doing a tasting, but the restaurant had bright orange walls and they were right in front of it, then they have to make a decision about whether to include the photo, because it's a great thing that they're doing, or how do they manage the orange wall and how's that going to look in there. So they have been really tight with what they put on there, where most of us are a bit more kind of sharing. I guess you could turn it into black and white, that would be a way. So yeah, visual brand is an important part of it. Instagram has an amazing help section, so I definitely encourage you to go and look at it. It's not like Microsoft Word, when you go into the help section, type something in and nothing actually comes out of any use. And the old-fashioned little paperclip used to tap and go, ding ding, did I help you? And I was like, no, you did not. Yeah. So this is a help that actually does help. Alrighty, so we're going to talk about Facebook. So if you haven't got Facebook written down as a channel, definitely write this one down. It's probably going to go higher up your list, perhaps. It's usually higher on most people's list. So an interesting thing about Facebook is that Sheryl Sandberg, who is the Chief Operating Officer, so second in charge of Facebook, about this time last year came out and said within 5 years Facebook is going to be almost all videos. So it's turning kind of a bit YouTube-ish, kind of a bit, I don't know, Netflix-ish kind of something. And that is a real challenge for us marketers, because we're, people like me are flat out taking a good photo, let alone actual good video and sticking in Facebook. But you'll notice in your own Facebook already that the videos are going to the top. So you'll jump on Facebook and the first 5 or 6 things that it feeds you will be videos. So yes, videos are where it's at, and the algorithm loves them. So we did this thing, we had a bunch of photos and we turned them into a Facebook slideshow where it kind of puts in a bit of music and scrolls through the photos, and we posted up. Facebook saw it as a video, and it went way better than us just posting up a photo album. So we do all sorts of tests and things on our own. That's why it has some weird things on there sometimes. We use it as a test case. And yeah, an album versus a slideshow with music, that one went really well. The album didn't go so well at all. So yeah, some interesting stuff happening there. And Facebook has more video views than YouTube now. So yeah, that's old, but it's actually gone way up. Now here's a really cool app. It's called YouTube Director. And what it does is it teaches you how to make a great video. And you go into it and you open it up and it says, what sort of business are you in? And you can say, I'm in a doctor's surgery, have a doctor's surgery. And it will go, fine, okay, you need to use this template. And then what it does is it says, okay, go at the front of your business and do a 5-second pan around the front. And then it says, and now video one of your team members talking about what you actually do, the 5 things that you help customers with. And then take inside shots of your front desk, and then do shots of your different products, people sitting in the doctor's surgery. And then choose some music, and then it puts it all together and turns it into an amazing video. It's a really, really cool tool. Yeah, so do you make to do a video, just use that, that's my hot tip. It's very cool. It's only been out for probably 6 months. And you can, it goes straight up, you can load it straight up to YouTube. Obviously there's a love fest there with YouTube, because it is YouTube. But you can download it as, I can't remember what format, I say MP4, and then you can upload it natively into Facebook. Because one thing that happens is if you share a YouTube clip on Facebook, or you get to upload a video on Facebook, the one that you've uploaded natively onto Facebook will show it to 100 people, where the video would show it to about the YouTube link would only show it to about 2. That's the difference. Facebook and YouTube hate each other. They're arch enemies. So yeah, it's always put stuff natively in Facebook if you can. Don't share links in from places like YouTube. There's live video as well, so it's not so much a channel, but if you put that in your list of tactics to do live videos, the reason is it gets 3 times more engagement than normal videos. The live videos are, I don't know about you guys, but I don't really like being recorded live and having it broadcast. Young people are okay with it because they do it all the time, but yeah, you'll find, if anyone follows politicians, you'll notice that they, Will Hodgman at the moment is always going live. The reason he does it is because it puts a notification in people's Facebook saying Will Hodgman is live. And even if you don't watch it, it just is his name is in your head again and again and again, because he does it like every second or every third day. So that's what he does to actually get that top of mind thing. If you do a live video, you have the choice of, like, once you stop it, deleting it, it's gone forever, or keeping it on your feed as a normal video. And you can also download it onto your phone and keep it as well. So it doesn't disappear. And Facebook is the most popular one, but it's available across other social media. YouTube, however, you need to have about 10,000 followers before you can go live on YouTube. So we're not quite there yet. So Facebook reactions. So these have been around for a little while now. They're actually quite cool, aren't they? They're useful to be able to say how you feel instead of liking something that feels not quite right. Yeah. So hitting on a love or a ha-ha or a wow is more powerful than hitting just on a like. So if you want people to interact with you, stuff that makes them feel something, so emotion, that will get them really interacting. If people comment, that's even better. And if people share, that's like the holy grail. And that's when it might go viral. So you're wanting people to, instead of just putting stuff up there, you want people to interact with you. So that's what we're trying to do in terms of content. So Facebook has an offers feature. So when you have your own Facebook business page, you're allowed to put offers up. So that might be a tactical thing that you want to do. But just remember, it's not always good to discount. Like if you've got a premium product, discounting is not a good thing. You'll end up the way of Harvey Norman always has a sale all the time because that's what everyone expects. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've noticed that Maya and Country Road are going down the same path. There's other places in town as well. Harris Scarf's kind of in the Harvey Norman category. They've always have a sale, but in a place like Country Road is a little surprising because they're more high end.
Yeah.
And to have a 25% sale off every few weeks, in the consumer's mind, you come to expect it, and you're like, well, I'm not paying full price, I'll wait till it goes on sale. Kathmandu is another one that does that all the time.
We were talking about that yesterday, it's funny you saying that. I was like,
Yeah.
I just know it comes on sale, I have good sales.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. So it's very, very dangerous to discount. You better to value add. So maybe an offer could be buy something and we'll give you an extra something else. So offers might work for you. Events probably will work for you. I don't know if you've noticed, but in Facebook the algorithm shows events more than normal posts. Like events, it's always feeding events to us. And so if you have a choice of, say, school fair, if you have a choice of just doing a post saying, hey people, school fair's coming, don't forget, or setting it up as an event, the event will be shown to so many more people than just the post. You probably do both, but the event is going to be shown a lot more. So if, for those that are in a non-school situation, there might be a reason for you to create an event. Yes, it might be a sale, but it could be some special tasting, some kind of open day, anything really. So an event is a good tactic, particularly in a campaign mode. So if you guys are doing campaigns, so.
What about, sorry, quickly, see more and more now, the sharing of other related events. So a festival, but then they're sharing some other events that have probably nothing to do with the festival, but they sort of...
Yeah, they kind of sit under it and
yeah.
give you the option, yeah.
And it's almost like, because they're sharing it, they're almost becoming a centre of knowledge or a font of knowledge around related items.
So Facebook are going toe-to-toe with Eventbrite, and Facebook are just getting their own booking functionality sorted, where you actually can pay and things as well. It hasn't been rolled out in Australia yet. So they're trying to, if you go on Eventbrite, it shows you all the other things that you might be interested in.
Yeah.
Facebook's doing the same. Yeah. Talk about ruling the world. Okay, we don't have time to go. I was going to do an activity where we just do a bit of a hunt for good Facebook and Instagram accounts, but you guys are probably doing that all the time. And now that I've spoken about this, next time you're on, say, Instagram, which will probably be in about half an hour's time, you'll be able to start picking some things that are working really well. So it's really great to follow accounts and see what they're doing really well. There's plenty of examples.
It's good to block them as well.
Sorry?
You don't like, it's also good to block them.
Yes, yeah. Make it what you need it to be. I'm going to find the lettuce dude. What was it called? The lettuce?
Lord of the Lettuce.
Lord of the lettuce. Right, onto it. Just letting you know with Facebook there is an amazing, even better than Instagram help. So, and there's a Facebook for business help as well. So if you're writing your assessment and you're trying to think of some cool ideas that you could do on Facebook, then go in there and have a look. They're trying to stitch you up with ads. A couple of other cool things. So if you're looking for stock photos, there's a place called Libero Stock. Libero, we don't know how to pronounce it. But it aggregates 47 of the free stock photo websites and brings all of it together. And so you just type in what you want. If you want cute puppy photo, Find Photos, it comes up with hundreds of pictures of cute puppies and they're all downloadable for free, usually without logging in. So it's really, really cool. Instead of paying for stock photos. These are all what we call Creative Commons or the royalties, or they're classed as being allowed to be used. So that is a cool one. Canva, I'm guessing you're all pretty familiar with Canva, is that what these are done on?
Yeah.
Alright, won't need to explain it, but there's lots of social media templates for Canva. It's very, very cool. Okay, so we'll have a bit of a quick talk about Facebook ads. Now, we get to let's call this channel, we'll call it Facebook ads. So write it down. There's a few technical words for it, but let's call it Facebook ads. And you can have a think about whether you want to throw a bit of money at Facebook. So with Facebook, they've got ads, which are kind of the ones that you see that say sponsored, that are actual ads, or they might be down the side of Facebook. But then they've also got the boosted posts as well. So you might have a post that you've created, and it's really, it's going really quite well. People really like it. It's a message you want to get out there. You can just chuck, $15 at it, and then it will boost it, and a whole lot more people will see it. With the ads, they're kind of a bit more like ads. It's not a post that you've written, so they're a bit more structured and they're a bit more like a traditional advertisement. Both work really well. In our organisation, we see boosted posts work better than normal ads though, just a bit better because the content is so authentic, because it is a post. So yeah, but there's a range of different ads that you can use depending on what you've got to showcase. The beautiful thing about ads on Facebook, whether it be a boosted post or a normal ad, is that you can target it. So instead of just whacking an ad in the newspaper and then everyone who reads the newspaper gets to see it, it's mostly older people now anyway, maybe I'll use a different example. Okay, so instead of just putting an ad on the TV, and there might be a range of people that see TV, but you're only going for a specific target market, but you're actually paying for everyone to see it. With Facebook, you go right down to your target market and say, this is specifically what I want. So you might have a great holiday. I'm sure you've got head office that does your marketing, but let's pretend that you're allowed to do what you like. So you might have a cruise ship holiday that's just been released. It's a really great deal. It's one of those European canal cruises, so it's usually the baby boomers that want to do that cruise. So you could go and type in Launceston, people from 50 to 65 that live in these postcodes and are interested in food and wine. You could nominate the females because the females make the decision, and you can end up with quite a small, it might be only 5,000 people that fit that category, but it's better to pay $20 to reach 5,000 absolute target market people than paying $20 to get the whole of Launceston when you know the whole of Launceston isn't going to want to come on one of those cruises. So bringing it right down is a really powerful thing. So yes, targeting is good. I'm going to skip past this. That was just a little video on how ads work, so I'll make sure you can obviously watch this when you have a look at the presentation. Because we're running out of time. That is boosted posts. I've already spoken about throwing a bit of money on the post. So organically people still see it, and then you put paid on top and it just gets so many extra people. Retargeting. I need a drink of water before I talk about this. Okay, next channel is retargeting.
So if I put, just to make myself know, organic is just...
Yeah, sorry. So organic means it naturally gets to where? Okay, so organic means this is a post that you just put out without giving it any money. And then you threw a bit of money, and this is the extra amount of people that saw it. So organic is just
No money.
no money. Yeah, what you would normally do without chucking any money. Yeah, organic people with no money. Yeah, and paying people money. So, alrighty, I'm going to use this example because this is an example that happens to me all the time. So say if I need a pretty dress to wear to tomorrow night's Tourism Champions Awards for Northern Tasmania. So it was a couple of weeks ago. And I was looking on a website, I thought, I'll see what Maya's got on their website, and then maybe I might go into town and actually buy it for like buy local. I can't use this for a smaller boutique, I'll explain why in a sec. So what happens is that I was looking at these dresses, might have even found one and maybe even put it in the shopping cart. I thought, yeah, shall I order online or should I go try it on? I'm not really sure. And then I'll forget about it. It's time to drive a teenager around or cook tea or do something. I'll go, right, okay. And then that damn dress follows me around the internet. So it goes on Facebook, and then you might be on a website somewhere and the dress follows you around. And then it's what we call retargeting, or some people call it remarketing, but let's call it retargeting. So it means that there's this special behind the scenes stuff happens that we don't need to worry about today, that kind of tracks what you do, and then it will show you that ad specifically to you for the next couple of days in the hope that you'll weaken and buy that dress. So that happens if you're on say if you're on Maya's website, and then I'm on Facebook a couple of hours later, that dress will make it into Facebook. It's through a thing called Facebook Pixels. Yeah, it's crazy. They're freaky and a little bit stalkerish.
Yeah.
So we don't always recommend this. In fact, we rarely recommend this to clients because it's a bit of a, it's a bit stalkerish, and it might make them feel bad about the brand. I'm kind of used to it from Maya, but if the local shop down the road started doing it to me, I might feel a bit weird about it.
Sorry, I just updated my Mac the other night to the newest.
Hi Sierra.
So technically friendly I am.
Mm-hmm.
And
You're on to it.
a part of it talked about that it won't allow the websites to attach information. So it says if you look at this mountain bike and then decide not to buy it, we won't let that supplier follow you around or something like that. And I was like, oh wow, that's cool.
So there's these new blockers that are up and happening, which is quite good, but depends. A lot of people haven't got those set up, so yeah. So you might put retargeting on your list. It might be down lower, but it might be up nice and high. You might want to stalk. Okay.
A great photo makes a great ad. Take quality photos with your mobile phone using good lighting. Sweeten your shots with apps like Layout, Boomerang, or Hyperlapse. Or borrow photos from other platforms like Facebook. Use a carousel ad to tell a richer story with 3 to 5 photos or videos in one ad. Make your first frame stand out so people swipe through. You can shoot a panoramic image and crop it into multiple photos. Or share a blend of shots that work together to represent your brand. Get creative and craft the ad you want to see.
So Instagram.com/business is where you can find out more about Instagram ads. So Instagram ads, you actually go through Facebook to get to Instagram ads because Facebook owns Instagram. And Instagram ads, you get to, like the video says, make them look nice and pretty. So we haven't really spoken about the creative element of advertising today because we haven't really got time, but that's something to consider.
So is that another channel on Instagram ads?
Yes, put it in there. There are hundreds of channels. I'm trying not to get too many of them for you, but yes, it is another channel. Okay, one, I think it's the last thing. Search engine marketing, SEM. You can call it that, or you can just call it Google AdWords, because let's face it, that's what we're going to be talking about. So this is you deciding whether you want to have paid ads up here. So up the top of the search is whether you want to go up there. It's really good for when you're in the launch phase of things. So you're doing campaigns, so I would suggest that Google AdWords will be fairly high up your list. It might only be that you're chucking, say, $30 a day at it for a few weeks, just while you're in the middle of some kind of campaign. It doesn't have to be a lot of money, but it does work really well. So only 20% of people click on Google AdWords. The rest of people want to click on the organic stuff. So organic as in down the bottom here, because that they know that people earned that position,
Yeah.
whereas the others paid for it.
I always
Yeah, so not, yeah. But 20%, if you've got a fair amount of people searching for your search terms, 20% of people is actually quite good. It can still make it worth it. So we manage this kind of stuff for quite a few clients, and it works out. The return on investment is actually really, really good.
Do you know an approximate, like, very rough idea of how much it costs to?
Yeah, so you get to nominate the amount.
Yeah.
So you can say, I've only got $10 a day, that's all I want to spend. But the problem is, if a competitor has got $50 a day, your ad's not going to get shown that often. So it's kind of like this bidding process. Yeah. So it's like Facebook, where you just nominate your amount, and the more you pay, the more people get to see it. But some industries have a really high rate because it's competitive. So the tourism industry with Expedia versus Booking.com, they're like fighting it out amongst themselves, and they might be paying quite a few dollars for just one click that may or may not even get them a sale. Whereas other industries get to pay a whole lot less. That might only be, 20 cents a click. So yeah, so some people call it pay per click. There is another side of it, so I'm not going to play that one. What is the Google AdWords? Okay, there's another bit of it which we don't need to worry about too much, and that is the display ads. So through this Google AdWords, you can actually, you see what we call banner ads, so the kind of rectangle ads that you see on the side of websites, you can do that as well. So depending on your organisation, you might want to include that in your mix. Email, non-channel, I thought it was the last one, but it's not. Nearly done. So emails, oh, I use SMS as well. Okay, I need to talk faster, it's still only time to go. Emails still work amazingly well because they go into people's inbox and they have to do something to get out of it. There's a fairly high unsubscribe rate, but the great thing about emails is that you own it. It's not like Facebook or Instagram that can fall down. You own your beautiful list of people. Email, we get to see the stats of traffic being driven to websites by emails, and it's actually really quite high. So I put emails up fairly high in your list of channels. And MailChimp is a place to do it for most businesses, so that's a cool tool that you might want to consider. SMS. There's another channel. This really is more for schools, so places like schools find SMS to be quite useful for some parents. A lot of us, as we were talking before, SMS can drive you nuts. So I don't think SMS is that high up your list of things to do, but that's another channel for you to consider. It just can be a bit overwhelming. Probably because it's not, I don't know, we were saying before, it's not, urgent. If something's on SMS, you tend to think it's something urgent you need to respond to, but what was it, by repairs?
One didn't know if I wanted a new battery in my car. No, I
If
don't.
you wanted a new battery,
Yeah.
what would you do? You'd probably go to Google.
I know, I don't know if I'd go to by repairs. Maybe they're just letting, like I said, it's advertising.
Yeah.
Maybe that makes you not want to.
But if you needed a new battery, would you go hunting on Facebook, or would you go to Google, or what would you do?
Yeah, probably Google.
Yeah. Yeah. So true. So SMS, I don't know. Hi Robin. I don't know a lot about SMS marketing. That's actually Rob's area of expertise in our business. He used to manage it for the whole of Fairfax. But just really think about the annoyance factor of your comments. Measuring. So we've gone through all of your channels. So probably now's the time to start thinking about putting them in order, because that's going to help you completely with your assessment. So this is what us marketers do every day, trying to work out what channels. I know. Free singers. So the last little tiny bit I'll talk about is measuring. So you've heard me talk a bit about making sure that you have goals. And I think in the online module, we put in there about SMART goals. So just go back and review that, because it's not okay to have, oh yeah, like I said before, we want a ton of Facebook likes. We actually need some numbers around it. So be quite specific out of your campaign, what you expect to get. And it's not just all your numbers for likes and page visits to your website, etc. It's actual sales as well, because this is business. So how many sales? So there's no point doing this marketing if you're not making any sales. Google Trends. You can do a little bit of research. There's this really cool website called Google Trends, and it's you go on there and you type whatever you want, and it shows you the trends of people searching. So this is Christmas present ideas, and you can see November, December every year, people start to search for it. And this is Coke and Pepsi. So this was just looking at 2 different products to see what was most popular. We were trying to work out in Hobart yesterday why Pepsi spiked, and apparently...
Oh, the Kendall Jenner ad?
Yes, Kendall Jenner ad, that's right.
Oh,
I'm
really?
really not with it. Apparently that's what would have caused a spike.
But it was
in
so
Pepsi.
negative as well. Like,
Yeah.
is it a spike? Is it a good spike or?
Well, people were searching it for whether they liked it or not.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, fascinating. So if you're making some business decisions, if you're thinking in your product you might diversify into a different area, Google Trends will be really, really helpful, because you can see if it's trending up or trending down. So I think it was about 10 years ago, I did some business development work with a cider place that was trying to decide whether to open a cider bar in town. And I'm like, cider? Ooh, I think my parents drank that in the 70s, Mercury cider. And I'm like, oh, I don't know about that. So we jumped on Google Trends, and we could see in other parts of the world, because you can hone in on different countries, that cider was trending up, and it was becoming a popular drink. And so often Google can tell you stuff that we don't necessarily know. So it's really handy for business development stuff. Okay. So one last thing, Google Analytics. This is where this is behind the scenes on your website. It's a bit of code that you stick on your website, and it tells you lots and lots of amazing things, such as where your traffic is coming from. So you can work out from your channels which ones are actually working for you. So at the moment you're going to have your best guess as to which channels are going to work. But after a period of time, at the end of the campaign, and hopefully throughout the campaign, you can see whether Facebook is sending people to your website, and whether Instagram is, and whether your emails are sending. So it's actually... Yeah, so you just type in Google Analytics and it says, hey, this is how you set it up. So you have to get in the back end of your website. So on WordPress, you guys, there's a little space that says, what's your Google Analytics code? So you get it off your Google Analytics account page, copy it and paste it into WordPress, and then after a day or 2, it starts feeding you stats. So it's very
free.
Yeah, it's free. Entirely free.
So how do they make their money?
Oh, Google makes us money.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's also a useful tool for Google AdWords campaigns to see whether the AdWords work. So they need it to happen. And it actually proves quite well that Google AdWords work compared to some other types of activities. So yeah, that's why it's for free, because it supports their argument.
Yes.
yeah, that's very cool. Alrighty, I think it's time. Does anyone have any last minute questions? How do we go with putting our...
Let's do it in the end.
Question with
Yeah.
the structure of it.
Yep.
We've got social media as a thing.
Yes.
But then we've branched out and done each.
Take social media out of it, screw that one up, and then put them all down as individual channels. Yeah, so social media is what we call overarching. Yeah. So just, screw that one up. And so put them in order. Now remember, there's going to be a line somewhere where you're going to have to draw it and go, I'm not doing that. Does anyone want to share with the group what they came up with, say their top 4 or 5?
Oh, we're just sorting out.
Yeah? Do you want to go first?
I think I had Facebook, Instagram, website. Oh, yeah, website.
Yeah?
No, SEO then website.
Yeah, probably website, then SEO, because you need a website.
I did have a website, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, good. Beautiful.
And now she myself.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's fine. Yep. Anyone else want to share?
Website,
Website? Yep.
SEO,
Yep.
and links have to be like Facebook and Instagram.
Yep.
Potentially emails or what we're doing for notification of
Yeah.
their rate.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Yeah,
As in,
cool.
as in sign up to get a little email.
Yep. Beautiful.
Goes out when the like
Surprisingly.
Perfect. That sounds great.
SEM search engine message.
So SEM stands for Search Engine Marketing, but remember that you can call that Google AdWords. Remember I said that's the dumb name that should be at least called Search Engine Advertising, but you can call it Google AdWords. Does anyone on this table want to share?
Yeah.
Still working? Yeah,
I
no?
think
Yeah.
we're pretty close.
Yeah.
On this one.
Okay, question? Yeah.
Just really quickly, Google My Business, is that a once-off setting up?
Yeah, so
free,
you,
with a photo and a description?
Yeah.
So once you do it, is it just there?
it's kind of there, but you want to check on it every few months and maybe update a few photos and give it a little bit of love, but you don't have to do anything. It's not like Facebook where you've got to feed it every day. So, yeah. Yeah. Does anyone have anything that's really a little bit different to the group? I thought, oh, yeah, what's yours?
I had emails, LinkedIn, website, Twitter.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so what product are you marketing?
The T3 programs. So it's the principals.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, cool. So say it again. So it was emails, LinkedIn,
Twitter,
Twitter.
and websites.
Yeah, cool. Yep. So emails. Yeah. No, that works. So see how your target market is so completely different to some of the other ones in the
Yeah.
room, and your channels need to be really different.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Cool. Anyone else want to share? No? All right. Well, well done. So what you've done is what would normally, on the night before your assignment's due, probably cause you big headaches. So you've actually worked out your channels, you've got them in order, and yes, they're going to make a huge difference. If anyone wants my business card, I'm more than welcome to answer any questions. If you go away and think, I don't know what I should do about a certain part of marketing, then I'm more than happy to answer any questions. So I'll go and get those now. But thank you very much.